But did I tell you the story of the conversation I heard on the bus? Okay. Wait. Yeah, it would be this week. I heard a story on like Tuesday or something, or not a story, but I were sitting on the bus. Two kids behind me. I assume they were 16 to 18. I assume they were 16 or 17 though, because I know what school they went to. Yeah. Because the bus I take goes to pretty much a high school. You go to high school from the year you turn 16 to the year you turn 18. No, they have to have been 17. No, 16, because yeah, because it's after the new year. Yeah, so they were at least 16, probably 17 or something. And then the guy, I I can't say everything because it's you have to be Norwegian to understand it. But the way he spoke, it was think of the American, the gangster talk that kids do, that they try to do to sound gangster. He talked a Norwegian version of that. Just think of it like that, but worse and more retarded. That's the way I can explain it. It when you don't know Norwegian. Uh, and then he was talking to this girl on the phone, on speaker. That the girl he was with then, which I assume was a friend, were talking to. Okay, 12:40. They were talking to her. So he was talking. I'm sorry, but if I was there and heard something, no, no. Us. Okay, you got him. No, no. It gets worse. Just uh, he was talking to this girl through the phone of the other girl, pretty much hitting on her. The way he talked alone would have made my skin crawl. Then he talked, yeah, I can come over to you and then I can cook you some food. 5 minutes late, and then we can read because he said, because you like to read, right? And I just like, I let's ignore the accent. Yeah, no, that does sound kind of nice. I'm gonna cook for you, girl. I'm gonna read with you. 5 minutes later, probably less. He said, "Yeah, I don't cook. I can't even cut vegetables." And I was like, he said it like he was proud of it. And then he said, "Yeah." And then the girl that was next to him, which was a friend of him, said, "Yeah, you've never probably opened a book either, have you?" And he was like, and he was laughing at like, "Yeah, I never read a book. I have never even opened a book." And I'm like, that's not something to be proud of. So not only could he not even cook, and then he was saying, "Yeah, you can cook for me, and we can do something other than reading." And I was like, with the accent and all, it really sounded awful. And then he was talking and asked, "Do you have a big brother?" Because I don't like girls that have big brothers. And I was like, "Yeah, no shit, you don't like them." Because a big brother would have fucking beaten your ass. Because who would want your sister to date whatever the fuck you are? If I were your parents, I would honestly disown you. Like, holy shit. And then he was, talking like that. Just, god damn it, I were holding myself back from laughing. And then he was going on and on about how they could have fun together. And the thing that really I would have laughed, yeah, I held my back from laughing. I actually wanted to turn around throughout the whole conversation and say, I pity the girl that gave you a second of her time. because holy shit, she must have something wrong with her. And then he went on to say, and this is something I have found out not that long ago, but that kids nowadays, I'm sorry, not Seven, but Sleepy, you actually would be in this demographic. But I'm gonna assume you're not like them, but is your demographic like 16 to early 20s? Say this now. He went on to say, yeah, I can't sit still, because they were talking about reading and stuff, And then it was all, I get this, what is it called? Not autistic, but ADHD outbreaks. He literally said that. You get ADHD outbreaks. And I just sat there like, what? But I have found out a lot of kids nowadays use ADHD for everything they have. And no, that's not the worst thing. He literally told the girl he was glazing on that he get ADHD outbreaks, and he might end up wrestling her. Not fun, sexual wrestling. I mean, literally, he would throw her at the wall. He told her that he might end up throwing her at the wall. And then the girl that was next to him remember, this one on the speaker. The girl he was hitting on was on the speaker on the phone of the other girl. And holy shit, she was like laughing nervously, thinking he was joking, and the girl was like, no, he did it to me when we were at a friend's house. Apparently, he had thrown that girl into the wall of a friend's place, at a friend's place. I sat there in disbelief. You're telling me you're trying to hit on this girl, and the way you're doing it is by telling her, yes, I threw this friend of yours that I'm using to, get to you into the wall, wrestling. And he was laughing and like, yeah, it was just one of my ADHD outbreaks. It's so silly. All right, I forgot that one. And I just sat there like, what? Holy shit, I hate the spirit. The spirit actually forces my camera. And I just, huh? You're telling me that isn't a red flag. You're telling me you're not hanging up. You're not telling me, yeah, by the way, I'm gay. Because that's the first thing you should say to a guy that says, yeah, when we hang out, I might throw you into the wall. Because of my quote-unquote ADHD outbreak. What? That sounds abusive? Yeah, outbursts. I mean, outbreak. He used like ADHD as an excuse for it. And I just like, huh? Like, you're telling me you're just gonna not find fault in that? You think it's fine for a guy to throw you into the wall? I mean, I think the girl is a shitty friend for wanting to set up with a guy that's literally saying in public, on a speaker in the bus, I will throw you into the wall because I have giggling ADHD outbreak. And I just, I should use that. I'm not violent. I just have an ADHD outbreak. Holy shit. Saying it in English actually is a tongue twister. Yeah, I don't know. If I had a son like that, institution or something, I don't know. That's But again, I don't think he had ADHD. HD. I just think he's an asshole. But if I had a friend that dated someone like that, I would be like, dude, what is wrong with you? And if I had a daughter that dated, if my daughter came in with him and I knew he had said something like that, or just the way he talked, I would look at my daughter and I would only say, I'm disappointed. I would not say anything else. I would only say disappointment. Like, kid you not, my grandpa would have disowned me or my parents would. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, but that, I just sit here wondering, how can you, as a human being, listen to a guy like that and not think, what the fuck is wrong with him? You know, usually types like that lie, you know? Baby, I know how to cook. And not say, yeah, I don't know how to cook vegetables, you know? They let the lie go until they can't refuse, you know? When you're inside their door, they don't they don't tell you before you are at the point of no return. So I just sit there like, holy shit. Is this what kids nowadays do? I can cook, I can read with you. Yeah, I never held a knife in my life to cut a vegetable. I don't even know what a vegetable is. I just eat fast food. I remove what the green stuff is though. Anything that's not the meat, I remove it. Ew. That's kind of how I imagine him being. And I don't know. I could not tell my daughter anything, but I'm disappointed because I can admit I can't cook, but dude, I love. I mean, it's not about not knowing how to cook, not liking reading. That's fine, but saying, yeah, I can make you food, I can read with you because you like books, and then going right, yeah, I don't know anything of that. It's so slimy. I felt my skin crawl, and I was like, Jesus fuck, holy, like, do you not have any self-respect? And it makes me feel like a boomer. Yeah, I'm saying I'm shitty. I allowed him. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's fine not to know how to cook. A lot of men don't. I personally love to cook, but you know, that's a me thing. I hate cleaning, but holy, I know that's just daughter. I'm disappointed. I can't even like say yeah you should break up with him. I can just please don't bring him ever again. And honey, I'm disappointed. Like your mother, you know, had bad taste in men choosing me, but this isn't even a taste. This is just pure garbage. Like you can't even insult your daughter for that. It's just sad. And then you sit there thinking, and then I would probably ask her, where did I go wrong? We didn't do drugs when your mom was pregnant with you. We didn't drop you on your head. Were you switched at birth? That would make sense in this scenario. Uh, I don't know. It's just the whole conversation. I was trying. The fun thing is, I was trying to read in that while they were talking, and I could not because my brain was too focused on that conversation. And now I'm like, I how? Honestly, I wanted to meet his parents and be like, how did you fuck up this hard? He was 16. That means he had his parents had him at least 16 years ago. That means they are older than my generation. Because that would mean I would have to have him at 15. So it's not like they are kids. They are literally old. They are born. His parents are most likely born in the beginning of 90s or somewhere in the 80s. So they are literally millennials. I cannot. It actually shocked me. I feel like I know someone like that, but I can't remember who. I, I said a lot of dumb shit when I was a child. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I have friends that say a lot of dumb shit. But come on, that's not glazing. That's like showing the girl you're pure garbage. Like, what do you bring me then? To me, it sounded like he said to her, "Yeah, just be my little, on a hole and shut up. Just let me use you. Cook for me and lay in bed for me. That's it. That's what I heard. And I don't know. I just how how can you have self-respect or just think of yourself as a human and want to date someone like that? I I don't know. I think like he was a perfect. He would be the perfect face for condoms and birth control and sterilization. Abortion. I just can't imagine how. I don't know. He really is like. How should I say it? You look at a cute little child, maybe like a 2-year-old, 5-year-old. They're funny, they're cute, they do something adorable, and you're like, oh, I want a child. Aww, why don't I have one of those? And then you sit on the bus, you hear this conversation, and you're like, I don't want any one of these three people. The guy that's trying to glaze by saying, I am useless, or the girl that's like trying to hook her friend up with him, or the girl that's like, I like that. I'm like, ugh. I just, it really puts a damper on wanting a child. Like, what are you gonna do when you see something? What are you gonna do if you end up with a child like that? You just sit there with your face in your hands and be like, is that the goddamn plastic in the water? We can't blame lead or asbestos. We removed that. I don't know. I see that and I just the desire to have a child really not there at that point.